I haven't read your book, but I looked it up on Amazon and it looks awesome. It's called Level Jumping. Everyone should go check it out. My question is scale. Okay. Yeah. Frank and I have the two of us as a partnership, and we have two stateside employees, and we have our team members, and we've got 10 to 15 virtual assistants that work with us. Right. And we're doing well. But is that the appropriate scale? I think Frank and I would say if we went back to the start, if we wanted to be as profitable as possible, we'd probably try to stay as small as possible. Because as you scale in this industry, the margins don't necessarily get better. What are your thoughts on scale?
I think people, number one, need to really, really be honest with themselves about why they want to scale. And it's a great question. And it's really great. And I have a lot of experience in this from both personal as well as anecdotal, watching other people. I think sometimes people scale because they think that's what they're supposed to want to do, or they see somebody or hear somebody on a podcast or somewhere who's doing 100 deals or 200 or 500. And they get this, like, they graft that person's goals onto themselves, and they scale for the wrong reasons. For me, I scaled up notoriously fast. We went from doing 200K in profits to $1 million in profits in less than 12 months. That's real numbers, really happened. But when you do that, it's like saying I went from being 5 foot tall to 6.5 feet tall in 6 months. That hurts. There's going to be some real pain involved with that, right? And so we started hiring fast and throwing people into positions that they probably weren't going to be good at, and hiring acquisition people. And then we had to fire them. And we went through this crazy like turnstile of people, and we got to $1 million, but we couldn't get past that for a while, because once we got to $1 million, the bottom crumbled and we had to start replacing people. And so it stunted our growth because we grew too fast. And we grew fast because we just are, me and my partner are super aggressive. We have super high goals, and we're both super type A driven kind of people. But I think scaling more slowly is definitely more appropriate. And then some people I know who scaled up and got this big team, and then they shrunk back down for whatever reason, are happier when they got smaller. And my team, when I went to $1 million at our peak, we had 13 people. We have 5 now. And we're doing roughly the same numbers with 5 people that we did with 13. It was insane. But we thought, like, build for what you want to be. Like, we're hiring people for jobs that don't even have enough work to fill them, right? Because we're like, that's where we'll be in a year. I don't know. If you start growing too fast, you don't do a great job hiring a lot of times. And we were bad managers. We hired poorly, and we were bad leaders because we were just putting people, turning and burn, put them in a seat. I did it. I need you to do it. And I need you to do it now. And if you don't do it, you're out, right? It's like, that's horrible management. Our company culture was crap. Like, it wasn't fun to work for us. We were all about the numbers. And if you didn't hit your numbers, you were gone. And it was like, it was just like a high pressured, like, stock market environment. Like, we were just screaming at people and money was flowing all over the place. And it was just inefficient. It was kind of silly, but yeah, good question though. I think people scale for the wrong reasons, and they scale too fast. I think people would be better off to keep their employee count as low as possible as they scale.
Thanks for listening to the Virtual Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Greyline Investments, where we talk about how to find, fund, and finish deals from anywhere in the world.